Fireblocks, in partnership with Chainalysis, introduces AML Screening, which provides Know Your Transaction analysis to monitor transactions in real time. The Fireblocks AML Screening feature allows you to automate the process of checking the risk of every transaction for compliance purposes. Based on a transaction's risk and a customer-defined risk policy, the Fireblocks infrastructure will either accept or reject the transaction, allowing you to remain compliant. Let's see it in action. Here we see an inbound transaction. As it goes through AML screening, Fireblocks sends the transaction details to Chainalysis, receiving back the transaction's risk score and risk category. Due to the customer-defined risk policy for this workspace, which has a rule to reject all high-risk score transactions, the transaction is rejected and put in a non-spendable state in the wallet. Now, we see the creation of an outgoing transaction. The user fills in the amount, verifies the fee and other required details, and clicks transfer. Once again, Fireblocks sends the transaction details to Chainalysis for a risk score, and upon receiving a response, the transaction is rejected. When a transaction is rejected, more details are available in the transaction log. We can view all transaction data here. To view the reason for a transaction's rejection, we can expand the details, which will show us the Chainalysis results. This particular transaction was rejected due to being a sanctioned entity on the OFAC sanctions list. We see this from the Chainalysis provided high risk score and category of sanctions. The AML screening was able to prevent the illicit transaction with no effort on the user's part. Lastly, we want to show you an example of a transaction going through the AML screening successfully. The user fills in the required details and clicks transfer. After going through AML screening, the transaction is accepted due to being verified as a low risk from Chainalysis. The transaction is then signed utilizing Fireblocks secured MPC infrastructure. Once confirmed, the transaction is broadcast and put on the blockchain. With the integration of KYT from Chainalysis, Fireblocks AML screening enables users to remain compliant at all times.